Oh, damn. Invincible just dropped. This is a new Amazon Prime original animated series. Um, that's a bit more mature than your average animated series. They dropped the first 3 episodes, and from next week onward, they're going to be dropping episodes week to week. So it's kind of like how WandaVision dropped, where they dropped the first 2 episodes, and that was just 1 episode a week. And my initial plan was to talk about each episode individually, but after watching this pilot, I don't know if I can do or not individually cover all 3 episodes in one video. The first 3 episodes, just the first 3 episodes. But I don't. I after watching this pilot, I can't because I have so much to say about this pilot. So in this episode, we start. It's just a normal day, and then you see the White House get attacked, and it gets attacked, and we see this universe's version of the Justice League. I mean, they're not one for one versions of the Justice League, but there's your obvious Flash, Batman, Wonder Woman, all that stuff. We see them. Okay? That's gonna become very important. By the way, this review has spoilers for this episode. Major spoilers. Again, go watch this episode because this review has major spoilers that when I watched it made my mouth drop to the floor. Okay? Anyways, we see that, and then we see Omni-Man, who is voiced by J.K. Simmons, which he does an incredible voice performance in this episode. Fantastic. Okay? Then we meet his son, who he's a teenager, and he wants to develop powers and be alongside his dad, but he can't necessarily do that because he hasn't developed his powers. So the rest of that episode, for the first part of this episode, you're just watching him go through his normal day. He goes to work, he goes to school, does his normal activities, and then he throws a trash bag into space on accident and realizes, oh crap, my powers are developing. So he asks his dad, tells him about it, and the conversation at this dinner table is weird. You know something's up from this first moment. If you're really paying attention, you know something's up. Because Omni-Man, his dad, he says, hey, I'm developing powers. And he's like, are you sure? But it's not like, are you sure about that? No, it's like, are you sure? Like, he's hiding something, like he's mad, like he's aggressive, like he's pissed off. So, we see him go out for his first night flight on his own, almost gets killed, falls down from space, and and then he wakes up, trains with his dad for a minute. His dad punches him and is incredibly aggressive. And there's something off about his aggressiveness, because at first it comes like, okay, he's really teaching his son. He's really trying to help his son. But there's just something off about it, And that's just kind of the vibe you get from Omni for this first episode. Again, keep this in mind when we get to the end of this review. He's continuing to be this aggressive force, and he gets in a fight with the bully at school, kid, and and then we see him go out and then he finally gets his costume, goes out in a fight. Okay. Now, Omni does have some weird dialogue. He does say that he thinks his powers developed so late. He's ashamed that maybe he'd be better off if he didn't have powers. He's being awfully cruel to his son, and it's just strange. It's weird. You don't know what's up with him. Then all the Justice League members, which I'm just going to call them the Justice League. I don't really know their names. It doesn't really matter. They get a little beeper thing, and they go out, and they all get this little beacon thing. You ready? They're getting this little beeper thing, and it's going off. It's beeping. And then they come to the little Justice League area, whatever, headquarters. They're like, who beat us here? Who is it? And Omni-Man flies in, and he grabs the Flash equivalent and breaks his skull till his eyes are like popping out of his body. And he murders all the Justice League members. And that's how this episode ends. You see why I couldn't just like go, alright, episode 2, episode 3. No, there is a lot to say here. Because, one of the characters goes, looks like somebody's controlling him. But, from my impressions earlier in the episode, I don't think that's what's happening at all. And that is like, what? I mean, the Justice League, this universe's version of the Justice League. I mean, this is very different from the Justice League, still. This is a very different approach. Just up and die. Just up and died. And what that means, I don't know. But I want to find out. And that's the sign of a really good pilot. And it's kind of weird that they dropped 3 episodes here. Because I think if you just left this episode, just drop this episode today, everyone who watched this episode would immediately want to go watch the next one. They would come back next week. Oh, because this is a lot to take in. There's a lot that happens here. A lot of intense crap that happens here. And it is shocking. It is just a lot. And I mean that in a good way. And I'm excited to talk about the rest of the episodes here, but oh damn. Maybe I should check out The Boys on Amazon Prime because I haven't done that yet. And after checking this out, if The Boys is anything like this, which I've heard it is, might be worth the check out. Let me know if you want to see me cover The Boys on my second channel.